praise Allah, honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, honors to Marcus Garvey Bay, the founder of the UNIA, founders. We are here to change the world. But we have to change ourselves. So today, ethnicity, so-called ethnicity, democratic. First, all rise, giving perfect praises to Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Honors to all members of the Modern Science of America, all chief heads, all harbingers who paved the way for Moorish Americans to take on leadership as Moorish Americans and nothing less. I first will open up the Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation. By night and by day, through the good prophets, Wali, Amen, Islam. So, this topic today, kind of like it basically correlates or coordinates with other topics I have discussed. And the Democratic Party really don't care about the common people because they're operating in a fraudulent government that handles international affairs. The Democratic Party don't care about the common people here who gets sick and who dies and all this other stuff. All thing they have is ownership. Ownership is what we call today your contracts. Your contracts that ties you into the state. And so on and so on. We have to understand the conditions of how the hidden agenda got started from the Rothschild Rockefeller, you know what I'm saying, the end of the Olympian ship that was called the Titanic, so-called. And we really have to be mindful of what we're truly about, because we tend to get complacent with things that don't even matter. Yeah, I'm not saying don't look good, not to go buy some clothes and look nice and look fresh and clean and have a good attitude. I'm not saying that. I'm saying is over hoarding and always consuming, obeying your slave master, the one who controls your way of thinking, what to eat, what not to eat. Their pyramid scheme of food, having dairy in your diet and eating pork. That's not the diet for us, Asiatic people. And you probably be asking the question, Brother Moore's Life, what do you mean by Asiatic people? Asiatic people are the people who are indigenous, who are basically who have melanin. Those are the Asiatic people. Now, you have to understand that when people start having names that allude to slavery, like I said in my previous shows, that you have to understand how this came about. We didn't just come on this earthland and start calling ourselves Crayola, crayon colors, or paint colors, or whatever. Okay, yes, we invented those colors to do artwork, or so on and so on. But we never sit here and call ourselves Negro, Black, Colored, Afro-American, African-American. We never called ourselves that. This people are so far-fetched behind society to the point where Black history only starts in 1774, not the 1600s. The transatlantic slave trade didn't happen until later, because we were already here. This is not the so-called white man's land. And he's not white to begin with, he's pale. She's pale. She's European. Them European crackers, Klansmen talking about go back where you came from. Where did you come from? You didn't come from America. This is not your land. You claim something. How you gonna claim something that already belongs to someone else, that you use penal codes to take over a land that belongs to the Moorish people, then denationalize them, and then come to this thing called, oh, I'm not going to call myself Italian. I'm not going to call myself Portuguese or French or whatever, or German. I'm going to call myself white. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm better than, I'm superior. I'm superior to all them Negroes and niggers and stuff. That's what they did. And I'm gonna keep repeating myself until y'all understand that's what really happened. Because when the Europeans got here, they didn't know nothing about this land. Okay, so let's ask the question now. If the Europeans are the founding fathers of this land, how come they don't know about where the resources are? And they're talking about 7 cities of gold that they heard from somebody else. Some hearsay demonstration. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, those 7 cities of gold exist. Yes, there are 7 cities of gold in California, Colorado. You know what I'm saying? There's other states where gold is going from. You know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised. But we can go there on much later on tonight, because we're going live tonight anyways. But I'm just doing this because I want my brothers and sisters out there to understand the history first, before we start dabbing into things like, oh, why is Donald Trump raising the tariffs and all this other stuff? Well, because that's called Council on Foreign Relations. Foreign. The European powers that be are the ones who manipulate these other nations to get them to do what they want them. If you look at the Li family out of China, come on now. The Chinese, who are Moorish descendant, were automatically at peace with the Japanese, the Koreans, the Vietnamese, the Malaysians, the so-called Filipinos. You draw what I'm saying? There was a unity between Asia at that time before the war. But a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't pay attention. Do you know that we're the ones who came up with the architect for China? The Moorish? Yeah, that's our demonstration. It seems like swords, to be honest with you. I'll look into it though. But I'm just here to let y'all know that there's a lot more stuff that's right there in plain sight in front of you that you do not see, but you don't even pay attention to. You look at Masons, you look at their fezzes, and they got all kinds of writing on there, but yet still you don't even ask the question, what does that mean? Why do they have writing on that hat or that little cap thing on their head or something? Yep. You don't ask. You just look at it and overlook it. Oh, it don't matter. It's not pertaining to me. Yes, it's pertaining to you. Words mean something. Words have power. And the Masons are not going to tell you who you are. They're going to call you Negro, Black, and Colored. They're going to call you a nigger and all this other stuff, a nigga. And they got the way they stand. You know what I'm saying? Where the belt strap is, 3 pointing down. You draw what I'm saying? It means Masons in distress. I'm not a Mason, but I'll tell you based on what information I received. Master Masons are they're like belligerent to me. And I'm not showing no disrespect to Masons, but they claim they got knowledge. But you're supposed to be a Supreme Grand Master or whatever, and you connected with David Duke and all of them ones who are Masons as well. David Duke is also a Mason. You didn't know that, did you? Did you know that a lot of people, the Rockefeller family, are Jewish and Masons? Wow, you didn't know that, did you? Yeah, the Jews and Masons run together. They're in their buddy-buddy clique. That's real. The only people who don't like them is the Ku Klux Klan. KKK don't even like the Jewish community. They don't. What bothers me is like, okay, how y'all gonna talk about white power, right? And y'all talking about white power this, white power that. Okay, but y'all don't like each other. And then plus the people out of Europe don't even call themselves white anyway. They're pale. I met some pale Europeans. They are pale. They are blemished. That's what the definition means in white. Adjective. Free of blemish. Innocent. How are they innocent when their state of mind is evil? You guys are here with these so-called names, calling these European women, these so-called white women who are evil. You calling them Karen, but do you know what the word Karen means? Karen is an Arabic name which means innocent, beautiful woman. That's what it means. Stop calling them Karens, call them Jezebel or something, because it makes perfect sense. You call someone a certain name, it does not fit their character. It's like looking at a European and calling them white. You call them white, you say they're superior to you, and you're inferior to them, but they don't even act according to the definition of purity. They have a hidden agenda. They don't have no heart. They don't have no soul. That's why they just act just the way they act. They just do it without thinking. Like, dude, like, I ordered like 40 freaking tacos, dude. Dude, you just ordered 40 freaking tacos. Yeah, straight up. I saw it with my own eyes. Yep, I remember that day. Man, that's crazy. This dude ordered 40 freaking tacos. Messing with a homeless man, he ain't right in his mind. This man is doing the best he can. He could be a Vietnam veteran, all of this and all that. And you got these children from USC. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. Yeah, you know who it is. Y'all gonna beat all 40, 50 y'all up. Every last one of y'all. Straight up. Over here messing with a homeless man. So what, he European? So what, he Caucasian? Power to the people. That's what I'm about. Big afro and all that, and all black. Yeah, somebody gonna die tonight. That's what I said. I wasn't playing, I was serious. Messing with a homeless man. He trying to order his food. I'm watching the whole scene, watching the whole situation. Oh no. We don't want no problem. He's sorry. Yeah, he better say you sorry, you little punk. Cause your mama and papa bend over the desk and take it up the rectum and get sodomized just to be rich. So that way you can go to USC. Excuse me. But yeah, what y'all don't understand is y'all a bunch of ignorant bullies. And I love ignorant bullies. You know why? Because you guys have a very low self-esteem. Not only a very low self-esteem, but you're insecure. I bet the pipe. I bet your manhood ain't all of that either. I bet all the muscles and flexion, all that stuff is supposed to build your self-esteem up, which makes you look like a doggone buffoon. You over here cooning and disrespecting folks, disrespecting your elders. But when I step up on the scene and I ain't got no army with me, there's 40 of y'all SC students, and there's only one of me, and that's my sister. And my sister be like, no. You're starting trouble. No, I'm not starting trouble. No, you need to leave this little man alone. Oh, here, this man is over here ordering his food at Del Taco. I kid you not. I remember this like it was yesterday. It was like, man, I was in my 20s. But that's neither here nor there. But this brother, man right here, this fellow man right here, he wasn't right in his mind. He was going through his little motions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's normal. All he wanted to do was just order his food, and they pushing him around and bullying him and all this stuff. Why would you push an old man for? What's wrong with you? All y'all youngsters who went to SC, you better remember me. Y'all remember me. I know y'all know my face. So when y'all see me, you better bow down when you come to my town. South Central Los Angeles. Yeah, best believe. So I pray that the calamity you put on that man, I pray the calamities that what you get what you deserve, because you're going to reap what you sow. And I hope you reap what you sow. I hope you take your butt back to Europe where you came from, where your ancestors came from. Because you don't belong here. You don't deserve to bully nobody. What's wrong with you? Yeah, I'm calling you out. All y'all 40, 50 SC students, yeah, I'm about to beat all of y'all down. Make an example out of all of y'all. You lucky y'all little homie told y'all to, oh no, we don't want no trouble. We don't want no trouble. Yeah, you don't want no trouble because you about to get socked in your throat. For real. Y'all, I'm about to humiliate y'all in Del Taco. Every last 41 of y'all. I don't care if you got a dark-skinned homie with you too. Because he's just as bad. It's called contact by association. I'm about to beat all of y'all behinds. For real. It happened to be in all black that day and I was not in the mood. So yeah, I was not playing in my younger years. You know what I'm saying? I believe in feeding the poor, feeding the people. I don't believe doing it behind the church. I believe in doing it because it's the right thing to do in my heart, not because a religious organization told me to do it. Yes, I have my fair share of women. Of course I did. I thought I was the Casanova or something. I thought it was all of that. Really, I wasn't. That goes way deeper than what I knew, what I thought I was. Yeah, Mr. Black Puerto Rican guy. Woo! Yeah, that tells me how conscious I really was. Because I wasn't, to be honest with you. But all the stuff I went through my younger years, I realized that was a stepping stone for me to be where I'm at today as your brother man Moore's life. Let's keep it real, what it truly is. I will never be a black man. I will never go back to being a black man. I will never go back to being a Negro. Because my grandmother used to say, is she colored? Yeah, she's from the South. Straight up. I tell you what, me being at the age I am right now, I don't take too much mess from nobody. I talk to somebody, if I'm at work, I talk to somebody in a nice, intelligent tone. I don't cuss nobody out, nothing. I just speak. You know what I mean? I don't be using no slang words. But the most important thing is knowing the condition, where it got started, who's living a better life. You go through Hollywood, you go through these Jewish communities, they got their own city, their own town or whatever, and they live in these nice mansions and all this other stuff. But do you know what they gotta do to get that? It's be evil. That's why they're so evil. We take the Europeans out the Caucasus Mountains. We got through beheading 10,000 of them. Ain't nothing left. We lost some soldiers in war, but yet we still won the war, even though we were 7,000 deep. 7,000? People, see, this is the problem. You can have hundreds of people, right? 100, let's say you got 200 people. And let's just say you got 130 or 120. Your fighting style does not matter how much you outnumber, and that's going to be an easy thing to do. All it is that you got more numbers. But just because you got more numbers in combat don't mean that you're going to win the war. You don't know what combat these ones know, or fighting style, or so on and so on. You don't know that. So with that being said, you gotta be very mindful of what battle you choose. That picture y'all see in my YouTube channel, family, that's actually me. That picture was taken, yes, in 7-Eleven. Yes, there were we had photography way back in those days. I put it like this: the things that we see is going on now, we already had photography. I took that picture a long time ago in the year of 7-Eleven. But yet and still, we have to understand that during those times in those wars, we never called ourselves black. We never called ourselves Negro, colored. We never called. There's no black history after. Oh my gosh. There's black history after 1774, but not after 1492. Yeah, buddy. It is what it is. I just need y'all to really pay attention to what these references of these titles ones want to call themselves. That's it right there. Because at the end of the day, you're going to lose yourself in these titles that mean nothing. You got your bachelor's degree, you got your master's degree, you got your PhD, you got your nice fancy car or whatever. That means nothing. All that is just luxury to get you to and from, and you flossing. You got your Tesla. You got your big house, your big mansion. That means nothing. You know that mansion can be destroyed. Come on now. And what do you need with all them rules for anyways? That don't make any sense. We got people out here suffering, but yet still, you are being governed by the Jewish community, and you getting sodomized, and you being a yes master, a yes slave. That's what you being. Because you don't know who you are. You do anything for money. You got all the money in the world. You got everything you want. You're still unhappy. You know why? Because you're soulless. You so-called Negro, blacks, and colors out there who are rich, what have you done for the community? Look, check this out. I may not be rich in finances, but I'm rich in the mind. And when it's time to give back, I give back. I give back to my city. I give back to my people. You know what I'm saying? I give people information. I give something that's better than money. Well, you probably ask, well, Mr. Brother Morris Life, what do you mean by better than money? You know what I'm saying? Bro, really? Trying to hit me. What do you mean by that? Well, you know, better than money is all like this. You have to be rich in your heart and wanting to give back to your people. That's all I'm saying. You want for your people as you want for yourself. Just like Rule Moabite says, my God is your God, which is Allah. Christians fail to understand that Allah is his name, and in Aramaic is the language that the Messiah spoke, and guess what? Allah, he called on Brother Moore's life. Now you know you need to stop. Jesus is the only way. He's the way, the truth, for the light, and no one comes to the Father but by him. So all that Allah stuff and that moon god stuff, you need to just stop. Okay, all right. Well, we see where your ignorance is. We know that you don't study language. That's what that means. So I don't know what that was talking about. That little crazy yes over here. So what we gotta understand, family, is that the information that we study goes way deeper than the Bible. We have to understand language. Language is law. The Ten Commandments says, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Well, that's a law. That's law. But how many Christians are practicing that? How many Jewish people in the Jewish community are practicing that? How many Jewish lawyers are practicing that? How many Jewish judges are practicing that? Who are the seed of Edom? How many? Talk to me. Not very many Jewish people are looking down for the so-called Negro, blacks, and colors. They're looking down for their own. That's what they're doing. They're like, the Jewish community, a lot of them are like the biggest ever. I kid you not. Woo, man, this information goes so deep. Let's go into the so-called names. Negro means black, but it also was given by the Moors in Northwest Africa of South America because it contains black water. I'm actually demonstrating today on that and other things because these are things that y'all must know. These are things that is very important. If you was, okay, well, we got the brothers and be like, well, you know, the Negro River is Niger River, you know what I'm saying? It's in Africa. No, it's not. Okay, let's look at the word Negro River. Where is it? Oh, South America. That has nothing to do with Africa. Nothing. Those are northern, southern, eastern shores of Africa. This is northern, southern, western shores of Africa, of a Mexican. Like, but, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't gonna take it so far-fetched. It's not even funny. I don't even see nobody in the chat today. That's shocking. But if you're listening live on the show, family, praise Allah to you. If you guys want to comment later, comment later. It's all good. But the most important thing, family, is getting out of the United States. No, not a physical get out of the United States. Get out of the United States as far as your contract is concerned. And you probably be like, Brother Morris Life, what do you mean by contract? Well, the contract is your birth certificate. I was saying that earlier. That's your contract. You can't just go ahead and just make up a nationality. Oh, we're Cherokee. Oh, we're Cheyenne. We're Taino. No, that is not a nation. Okay. No disrespect to my brothers and sisters who are Cherokee and Taino, ETC, so-called names. Nothing against them. But the question is, where is your descent flag and where is your descent name? That's the question. And I truly think you are not ready for this. You're not. Because if you were ready for this, you wouldn't be saying these things. You would question these things. You're being paid by the government because for a reservation? Why are you being subjected to a reservation? It's reserved for you? So you got a European telling you that this land is reserved for you and this one we're taking. That doesn't make any sense. How is someone from Europe going to tell you that your country can do something for you? That's not even their Islam. So how are you going to tell you that's your nation? And that's not their nation to begin with. They don't have a deed to the land. They don't have no paperwork. They was given a 50-year mandate. 1828, that's when it was up. But the democracy was already in existence because of the Republic. The Republic allowed the Europeans to have their own form of government to govern their people. And just because, okay, how is somebody going to be a founding father or founding fathers of this country and they're European, but where's their contract to prove that they're a founding father and where's their deed to the land? That's the question. These are things you need to ask. Okay, y'all know that picture of the founding fathers, right? Look in the background, and what do you see? You either see the flag of Britain, you see the flag of London. You don't see not one flag of America whatsoever. Not one. So how are they the founding fathers of America if they are not even citizens of the USA? Where's their Constitution? And please don't say the United States of America Constitution, because they agreed to the Constitution. They signed up for it. That all men are created equally, regardless of what your skin complexion is and where your nation is. This land does not belong to the white people, so-called. And we're not so-called black. Yes, our hair is black, but it doesn't make us a black people. We are olive melanated hue. Yes, we are. But it doesn't mean that we are what the Second Continental Congress calls us. And I see people don't even think about what they put on the application. Black. Who calls you black? You call yourself black? Oh, James Brown, right? He called you black. No, sorry. Everything that the European called your people, you still recognize it and call yourself black, but yet and still you don't understand your culture and your history though. You don't understand that that's the name that he gave you to identify you because you don't even have your own state of mind. He don't even want to recognize you as your true nationality because if he did, he would be put to death by his good old boys in the Masonic Order. Yes, the Ku Klux Klan are Masons. Women are Eastern Stars. That's why they get away with so much. You just sign your name and blood to join the Ku Klux Klan. You gotta show your loyalty to the Ku Klux Klan in order to join. So when is it that y'all gonna open your eyes and realize that life is not what it seems to be? They're taxing the indigenous people who call themselves Negro, Blacks, and Coloreds, who are truly Moorish descendant. They're taxing them to death for property, land, food, water, school, etc., etc., etc. That means you're a slave to the land, family, and don't even know it. They don't care about you. They don't care what they feed your children. Oh, pepperoni pizza, that's good to eat. Do you know what pepperoni is? It's pig. Oink, oink. That's what it is. It's pig. It's bad for you. The book of Deuteronomy says the swine that chooses of the cud that has a split hoof, plus has a split hoof, and the carcass you shall not touch, which is unclean to you. Now all y'all swine eaters talking about, oh yeah, pig is good, good eating. Yeah, because that's slave master food. That's farmer food. That's farmer, slave master European food. Drinking cow's milk. That's not good for us. Yeah, well, cow's milk got vitamin D. Yeah, well, yeah, it's good vitamin D for y'all European so-called white folk, but not for us. We already got our vitamin D from the sun. Come on now. You're not thinking. You're not thinking because you just like, oh, yeah, well, you know, this is all we have to drink, and we're going to drink it. So, yeah, we're going to, like, yeah, drink this milk, and we're going to drink some of this buttermilk and stuff like that. And you wonder why your children are all congested. You wonder why when the cold season come around, they bring all this food and milk to you so they can break down your immune system. You wonder why. But you ain't paying attention, though. You don't care. You don't care because that's all they give for you to offer. You don't even have time to do the research, do your homework, or nothing. You don't even look at none of the stuff and look at what these ingredients mean, but you're just buying. But yet still, I'm the one that got the problem, right? No, you're the one with the problem because you're the one with the sickly child. Your child is the one who has asthma. Your child is the one who is obese because you keep feeding them that pork. You keep feeding them fried foods. They already got high blood pressure. They got diabetes already. Your children are gonna end up on dialysis, yo. And you're not feeding them no fruits, no vegetables, no nothing. But pork is part of your diet. No, pork is part of the diet of the slaveholder who gave y'all, us, the Asiatic, the so-called Latino, Chicano, Hispanic, Islanders, the so-called Negro, Blacks, and Coloreds, the so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Filipino, Costa Ricans. Yeah, they gave us the smart to eat, and guess what? That's all we had to eat. So that is a good delicacy after Allah told us not to eat that. So which God are we serving? The devil or Allah? Take your pick. Because Matthew 6:24 says you cannot serve two masters. You're going to love one, hate the other. And you're going to reap what you sow in the book of Galatians. Chapter 6, 7 through 9. That's what it says. These scriptures are all connected, and no one's paying attention to what's going on. And this is why I have my live show, because you know what? I love my people. I want the best for y'all. Okay, you got people who have high blood pressure. Okay, I understand that. But if you keep drinking beet juice, your blood pressure will be low. And you change your diet, you start weaning yourself off the pork. You start weaning yourself off the red meat. You'll be okay. Your proper diet and proper exercise will lead you to longevity of your life. You keep eating wrong and eating the stuff that is shark and shrimp and all that stuff, the bottom feeders, you're going to shorten your longevity and cut your lifespan short if you keep eating wrong. Oh, I don't want to live that long. Wow. Living is a blessing from Allah. I don't know where you get these diabolical ideas from, family. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't want no idea. I'm going to call it what it is. So I need y'all to really take heed to this message I'm speaking to y'all about, because there are laws. And every time you break a law, you debase yourself from God, Allah, Jesus, or whatever you call your God. Jesus says, I didn't come to change the laws. I came to fulfill them. He says, in the book of John, he says, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. The commandments that belong to his ancient forefathers, he's hold on to those commandments. He also said, healthy people don't need doctors, sick people do. So y'all should stop eating that swine. Right? Come on now. Y'all need to get it right. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm doing this because I love y'all. I don't have to press your flesh. I don't have to see you in flesh to say I love you guys. I do. This is why I'm here. Love will make the truth make you and set you free of all the problems and the calamities and the cares of the world. Because you're not thinking straight if you don't eat right. What did I say in my last quote of the day? You eat wrong, you think wrong. There you go. Right there. Boom. Bob Gunn. We all need to understand that there's a condition that comes along with everything. You have to do some thinking for yourself between right and wrong. If you are being led to by what you're being told to do, then that means you're a slave. The European man don't care if you don't have to work that day, your child is sick or whatever, and you don't have no sick leave or whatever. He don't care. He gonna hand his paycheck to somebody else. This is a demonized corporation, demonized world that we live in. And people who are demons, who are devils, go along with the program. And do you know that the more you hate, the more money you get, the more richer you get? Hey, I can't make it up. I can't. I refuse to. I need y'all to start paying attention to the history. Because another day I'm going to go in, I'm going to go live, and what's going to end up happening is I'm going to start discussing stuff that really truly matters. I got some stuff in my archives that I did some research on, and this is what causes arthritis, this is what causes it. Everything has something to do with dieting. You know, what you eat. You say you're going on a diet, no, that doesn't mean like you have to remove and wean yourself off of the food that you have eaten previously and eat it in small portions until you don't desire to eat that anymore. That's what a diet is. It's changing how you eat. So I need y'all to be very, very mindful of the ingredients everything you have partaken in, and all this and all that. High blood pressure is all around you. But yeah, still, you don't even know who you are. So we have to be truly aware of and monitor everything we do. And if we find ourselves slipping and we end up doing somebody wrong, you have to make a speed correction. Serving the Most High is not giving you titles and offerings, no. Serving the Most High Allah is treating people the way you want to be treated. That's what it is. Nothing else. I'm not going to sit here and make stuff up. We got all these words of power. Whatever is words that we use to harm somebody else, that's what we put out in the ethers, and that's what comes back to us when we harm somebody. And that's where the terminology, what goes around comes around. The energy you put out is the energy you get back in return. And this is why, like, when I'm at work, you know what I'm saying, I tend to talk to the people, uplift the people. But I'm going to tell you what I tell them. Today is a good day for you. You're going to have a good day today because 2 plus 2 is 4. Yes. Or, oh, how you doing today, sister? Oh, I'm stressed out. Sister, you are not stressed out. Stress don't kill you. You are the stress killer. And you're the master of your craft. That's what I tell them. We got too much negativity going on in the world where it takes too much energy to be negative. But telling the truth doesn't make you negative. It just means that you're releasing the falsehood of negativity and exposing the falsehood to where the truth is going to come into the light, where falsehood is like darkness, it's going to disappear. You think I'm lying? Okay, so when you go in a house and turn on the lights, what happens to darkness? It vanishes, it disappears. Well, that's what's going to happen with our lower self. That's what's going to happen. For real, for real. Bro, I know you're not bashing your high beams at me. Yo, these ones are straight crazy, man. These ones would like be speed racers or all that stuff. Go around me. Go. Shoot. Jerk off? Man. Just because you're late is not my fault. And that's another thing. People are tardy. But they get angry because at the other drivers who are not tardy, they take it on everybody else because of that reason. Yes, indeed. So what you do is you set your alarm clock early in the AM, and basically what you do is you create a schedule for yourself to make your life a lot easier, so that way you don't get high blood pressure. When you get angry, that raises your blood pressure. That puts your heart to more work. To be stressed out even. But you don't see that though. Not paying attention. And I'm telling you what I know. I'm based upon what I feel and what my feelings are. My feelings are, feelings change and pass away. But what my desire for right now is the truth. My brothers and sisters out there need to start. Look, I understand y'all love your candy, your sweets, and your chocolates and all that stuff, and your popcorn, you gonna mess around and catch yourself on dialysis. I'm not lying. You're drinking all them sodas every day. Yes, you're putting your kidneys some more work. You're stressing your kidneys out. You're stressing yourself out, and you wonder why you have high blood pressure. You wonder why you're so angry all the time. Whatever you eat, it consumes into your body and spread it to your mindset. And you wonder why people have hypertension and high blood pressure, and they have ADD, ADHD, because it's all in the sugar, yo. It's all in the preservatives. Now let's go there because government entity that's being governed by the United States Government Corporation, which is the FDA, Food Drug Administration. Yes, I said that before. Food Drug Administration. Let's say it backwards, family. Administrate the drug and the food. They administrate it. They do this intentionally to kill off the people so that way they gain control over the people. They already got control over the people. But the people who are conscious and wise are still trying to figure out how to get out of this situation because they're not loving it. They're gonna love it. So, yeah, y'all just need to be very, very mindful. Put yourself in a situation where you have to realize that your condition can be a lot better than what it is right now instead of going out there harming folks. You know what I mean? You can go out there and get you a job. You can create a job for yourself. You might have to spend a lot of money. Okay, check this out. You don't have to spend a lot of money on an expensive lawnmower and edger. Get you a truck. You got you a truck? Okay, cool. Get your edger lawnmower. Ask people to cut their grass or whatever, and they pay you X amount of money. You earn your monies. That's how you do it. I'm not lying. I'm truly not lying. So, I'm saying to say this because my brothers and sisters out there, y'all need to really take advantage of all this benefits of longevity and health. That's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to be having a lavish lifestyle. Start off small and work your way up. Don't be such a collector and everything. Collect some things and pass it down to the grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? Teach your grandbabies what needs to be done, right? Right now, I'm gonna do something big. So, as soon as I get things situated, family, I'm gonna get these Moorish flag decals, magnets to put on your back of your ride, and that way y'all can be recognized. But these go for the people who desire to proclaim nationality. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking for. For real. But I'm looking forward to speaking with you all on a new day. Definitely later on night. Because right now, it's all about burying yourself. What can you do today that you did not do the other day? What could you do today by talking to people and being cordial and pleasant? See what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is the truth. The truth does not change and pass away. But with that being said, you know, young people, you know what? Don't be so angry at your mother and father, or your father and mother, or because your father does wrong or your mother does wrong. Don't be angry at them. Don't hold them. Don't punish them, because guess what? There's gonna be one day you're gonna be a parent, a mother or father one day, and how you treat your mother and father, that's how your children are gonna treat you. So you give your mother and father the utmost respect, because without them, you wouldn't be living right now. You wouldn't be in existence. So even if your father or mother is evil, whatever good they have done, embrace that. Take that upon yourself, and you know what I'm saying, and add that to your collection of good deeds. And then while you're working on yourself, don't go jump into no boyfriend girlfriend relationship. All you're gonna do is hurt yourself. You're looking for someone to compensate you for various reasons. And but don't look for a relationship to keep you bound. Look for love yourself first. Loving yourself will be a manifest of your love for the people. And that person is gonna come to you, and they're gonna talk to you, and they're gonna love what you're about, and they're gonna want to get to know you. But you gotta be for sure that you understand your condition and what you do. You have to, okay, this is what you do. You write down on a piece of paper what your likes and dislikes are about yourself. And if you see that there's some bad qualities about yourself, after writing everything down on one side and one on the other, then you'd be like, well, dang, I got a lot to work on. So that tells you that you need to better your condition. And by you doing that, you need to start working on it. Ain't nothing wrong with seeing a therapist, ain't nothing wrong with seeing a psychiatrist, ain't nothing wrong with that. No, not at all. Sometimes there's some stuff that we have that's bothering us, that's stressing us, to the point where we have to get off our chest and get off our heart and mind. Sometimes you have to yell and vent. I've done it before. I feel a lot better. I can rest better. Because, man, abuse is no joke. It isn't. That's real. But what we have to do in our hearts and minds is, while we are in the process of working on ourselves and working on our bad deeds and our bad way of thinking, you know what I mean? We have to be mindful of what we say, how we say it, how we deliver it, how we talk to each other, how we speak to each other, and always use kind, loving words, because when you use kind, loving words, there's people out there who are going to want to be your friend. I don't go to work to make friends. I'll put it like this: if it happens, it happens. I don't force it. Don't force something that don't fit, because it's going to be used against you. It's going to harm you. And the people who you thought that were your friend, they're going to be in the Judas. Judas. Yeah, them ones. So yeah, be mindful, family. Be very careful of who you have as a friend. And I'm gonna be honest with you. This is how you know if someone's your friend. If they tell you, if they pull you to the side and they tell you the truth, like, look, I don't think that's good. I think you should just leave that situation alone. That's a friend. A friend's gonna tell you the truth, regardless of how bad it hurts you. If the truth hurts, wear it. And wear it till it stops hurting. That's what you should do. Nothing else to do. Whether change your ways or change your thinking. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm telling him to change his ways. And no message could be any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Yeah, Michael Jackson's song that I know, I'm aware. Like, that's Michael Jackson's song from the Bad album. Yes, you're right, it is. to all my viewers out there, love y'all dearly. I really do. I pray that whatever the trials and tribulations you all are going through, I pray that you guys conquer in the name of peace. And what I mean by that is having conquer in the name of peace is finding the solution. When you find a solution, you become to be at more peace about the situation. That's what's going on. I can't make it up. I really can't. I'm not expecting to have like other people on their channels have millions of followers and over 200 likes. I'm not looking for that. My goal is, if I can reach out to our group of people, right, and have at least one like, one thumb up for the show, I'm okay with that. If I get two, praise Allah. But I'm satisfied, brother. And Brother Man Moore's life is very satisfied with the information I receive and the blessings for y'all. So if these foods that you are eating, family, don't come from the earth, don't partake, because all it's going to do is harm you. You're going to cut your lifespan short if you keep eating wrong. You eat wrong, you think wrong. You reap what you sow. What goes around comes around. All that takes a toll on every aspect of your life. And whether y'all want to see it or know it or not, this is what I know. This is facts. But y'all gotta watch the beginning of the show to be able to understand what I was saying. The calamities and things that we wish upon other people, it end up happening to us. But I'm gonna call things out for what I know and what I see. Nevertheless, more science has done a number on me to the point where I have a desire to learn about my nationality and culture and stop being called so-called Black, Puerto Rican, or whatever, Cherokee or Latino or some crazy name. And none of this stuff really makes any sense. It doesn't. Because at the end of the day, if I keep calling myself this, then I'm going to be cursed by what I call myself. A lot of people don't understand that. They fail to understand it. We have to take this information little by little and do better for ourselves. And the more we unfold on this information, as man unfolds, as God unfolds. Whether it be Allah or Lucifer. You can't continue to be indoctrinated with all this falsehood and expect to have truth about you because the truth is not in you. Everything I said regarding scripture is true. They said if you denounce Jesus, you denounce the Father. Well, let's go there. Denouncing Jesus is like saying, oh, the image of Jesus, hair of wool, skin and feet of fiery brass, and I'm like, eyes like fire. Well, if you denounce that image of what he truly looks like, then, and you accepted that pale skin image of that Jesus or whatever, Caesar Borgia, then you have already denounced him. It says, many, many, many have done it in my name, and I don't even know you. Ooh, that's cold. We have to be very no choice. Because if you're gonna play follow the leader family, it's like a sheep. The shepherd is like a shepherd in wolf's clothing, and he's looking to go to and fro the earth, seeking whom he may devour. He's roaming. He's roaming because he's Roman, and Rome. Romans are in Italy. They're Italians. Homosexuals. Bestiality, folk. There's only a certain amount of ones that are just, but you know, the reason why the Italians are the way they are because they have more in their blood, and that's just why it's so mean. There are big meanings. People out there who drain you in, and you gotta be very mindful of those leeches, those the devil worshippers, if you know what I mean. You gotta be very mindful of them because they will pretend to be your friend, your best friend, all this stuff. Tell everything you want to hear, be there for you, get close to you so that way they can hurt you. It's all part of the game. Like you can sit here and play chess with checker pieces to the chess game. We're going to lose every single time. And you wonder why you're still in the same condition. Because you're not learning. If you would learn, the common sense would tell common people that I can't do this no more. This is not the way of life. So, family, I need y'all to be at peace in your travels. Have a peaceful, loving state of mind. One for your brothers and sisters as you want for yourself. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. This is what Allah wants for us. This is how you serve Allah. By following those 10 commandments and those dietary laws. That's important. And I'm just being honest. So with that being said, family, y'all be safe. Y'all be true to yourself first. And be loving towards yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself and be truthful to yourself, no one's going to be truthful and loving to you. You have to be a reflection of your thinking. No one else can. So you be peace, family. Peace and love, Islam.